Yeah.
Yo, this is Top Flight, and we are back on our Willie Nelson journey. But this is what I was telling you about the Highwaymen. I watched a song called I think like New Orleans. But this is the actual one, the Highwaymen, the song Highwaymen, which got Chris Christopherson, Cash, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings.
This is that group you were talking
yeah,
about.
Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson, all on one track. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Them super groups. That's what I'm talking about. I told you, I wish they still did the super group stuff because
I feel like we could have arguments about country now with people like, "Did you hear this?"
I just start talking country to people. Like now that we done got on, like we done watched probably like 100 country videos. Now we deep in the game now.
Yeah, it's like I used to watch sports highlights just so like I could kind of know a little bit. Argue with people in the sauna or wherever, just be like, yeah, but I didn't know shit.
You know, I'm gonna start doing that when people I know talk about country. I'm gonna be like, he ain't got nothing on Hank Williams Jr. He ain't got nothing on Hank. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like that. He ain't Hank though. You know what I'm saying?
That's real though.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's how I'm always. That's my go-to right now. Is they ain't got nothing on Hank. That's my go-to. So like I'm trying to figure out everybody else now that I know their names and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to slide it in when people do bring up country because usually I just have to get out the argument because I'd be like when people talk about it I'd just be like I don't know nothing. Only thing I knew was Garth Brooks when the lightning strikes Thunder Roads. That's the only thing I knew, and I guess you could kind of say if people say John Denver's country, I don't know, I think some people they say he's like folk, but if they say he's country, I kind of knew the Rocky Mountain Nine. You know what I'm saying?
We're from Denver.
Exactly.
That's the only reason.
And I knew Shania Twain. But then now I'm mixing up. I got the Chris Christopherson, you know what I'm saying? I got the Johnny Cash. I got the Alan Cole. I got all these dudes that I'm switching off now. So now they ain't going to be able to talk to me unless I'm like, hold on. I know about Waylon. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm going to be like. But now we got a super group. I'm like, you ain't know about the Highwaymen. You know what I'm saying? So now I got to check this out. So let's get into this.
Go.
I was a highwayman. Along the coach roads I did ride, with sword and pistol by my side. Many a young maid lost her baubles to my trade. Many a soldier shed his lifeblood on my blade. The bastards hung me in the spring of 25, but I am still alive.
I was a sailor, I was born upon the tide. With the sea I did abide. I sailed a schooner around the Horn of Mexico. I went aloft to furl the mainsail in a blow. And when the yards broke off, they said that I got killed. But I'm living still. I was a dam builder across a river deep and wide, where steel and water did collide. A place called Boulder on the wild Colorado. I slipped and fell into the wet concrete below. They buried me in that gray tomb that knows no sound. But I am still around. I'll always be around, around, and around, and around, and around. I fly a starship across the universe divide. And when I reach the other side, I'll find a place to rest my spirit if I can. Perhaps I may become a highwayman again. Or I may simply be a single drop of rain. But I will remain. I'll be back again and again and again and again and again and again.
Is that the Mount Rushmore of old school country or what?
They need to let us know. They need to
Look
let
at
us
that,
know
that
who they
last
got.
symbology kind of gave you that vibe. That right
Oh, it
there.
came back, yeah. Who is that? Is that the Mount Rushmore of old school country? Like just like not outlaw country, but just straight country. Is that close to the Mount Rushmore for y'all?
That's crazy. They're all young in there too. Because when like Johnny Cash, I wouldn't recognize them. I recognize the old Johnny Cash, not the
Yeah,
young
exactly.
Johnny Cash.
I actually wouldn't recognize if I would have just seen this before I knew who all of them were. Like before we started doing the journeys, I wouldn't know who any of these dudes was. Because the only one I would have known was Willie Nelson, just because he smoked so much weed.
Yeah.
But the crazy
Well, I knew
thing,
who Johnny Cash was kind of, and I knew Willie.
I knew a Johnny Cash
Waylon
song.
Jennings, but I don't know them like I just know them from a song or two.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I knew Johnny Cash from the song, but I wouldn't have been able to pick him out as a person, like other than his like older face from when I seen him in that last song. What was I gonna say? You just made me lose my train of thought. I was gonna say they make songs like now. I get why they have it like almost like how people would say like country's like blue collar music is because some of the musicians would, a lot of them actually would write songs about working jobs like that was the almost
So it
like
kept
that was the prize. Like it's kind of like if I was a hard worker and I was a soldier, or I was a hard worker and I'm a
Working in
sailor.
the minings or
They big up those. They big up those jobs. At some point, I feel like it's rock they created because they call it living like a rock star. So it's like when you get to rock stars, they create this thing where the musician became the job. Like it was the ideal job. Like I feel like country was still in that world because I feel like blues and country did that, like where they bigged up just the average person,
Yeah.
like the normal life living dude. You know what I'm saying? Even like kind of R&B when you even have like Papa was a Rolling Stone. It's like songs about regular people, everyday people. Then like Rockstar took it and Rockstar kind of had that Rockstar lifestyle.
Now we have influence.
And then rappers took it to the whole nother level of like, yo, if you ain't rapping and you ain't got the Benz, you ain't got the Bentley, you know what I'm saying? And it's like rock and rap just took it into a whole new world. But I feel like R&B, country, and like rhythm and blues kind of like built off like the everyday person, and they made stories about the everyday person. And now I'm starting to see that because ever since this song where they just talked about a sailor, a pilot, and like a cowboy, you know what I'm saying? And they just talked about the labor and just like I was a hard worker and stuff like that. It was like a dope vibe versus how like now music is more driven towards the rock star lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So that's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah.